Gye-Nyame Day. 8720-4. We are embarking on the mission for today. Alright, family, so right now I'm on my way to the Rising. Got a couple minutes, gonna get over there. We're gonna get this documented for y'all. I'm gonna be streaming it live, or at least try to, as long as I got a good signal. And we'll move from there. We're gonna move from there, right? So I'll go straight over to the adventure, get busy with work. And then this weekend, I'm gonna be able to catch up on some of these videos, get them out to y'all as well. Also, like I said, since I haven't put it out yet, well, actually, this is gonna come out afterwards. So I do have a surprise. Well, it ain't a surprise no more because y'all would have found out by now. But I do. The game is finished. The game is finished, and I'm going to be sharing the game in a few weeks. So I'm trying to get it on Google Play, but also all of the free all of the supporters, of course, y'all get it for free. I'm just letting y'all know, y'all get it for free, and I am going to put it in your library. Now, the only difference is that, well, the issue is it don't work on iOS. So I'm gonna get it formatted to work on iOS. It's just a simple game, a simple hand-eye coordination game. I got another game that's being developed as well, based on the ideas behind this game, because I was trying to do something with the story of G, but it's too complicated, and we're gonna have to get a couple $1 million before we can even do something like that. But hey, it's a start. Told you we media. I'm not playing. So I will be launching the game on Gumroad as well. So because the reason I want to put it in the store is that people feel a little bit more comfortable, and they know that it's a little bit more secure at the store. There's nothing hazardous on it, and you know it's strictly for the phone, hand-eye coordination. So we're gonna get it worked out. But I want people to feel comfortable with anything that's coming from Gye-Nyame. I need them to feel comfortable with anything coming from Gye-Nyame. So now I'm running late. All right, let me stop. So I got the sap from the tree that I park under all over my window, and it's sticky. I can't wipe it off. So I'm trying to get here to this Kwanzaa. I'm trying to get to the swinging bridge. But of course, like I said, this is the way stuff works. But we make it happen. So family, bear with me while I go through this piece. And then, you know, like I said, I check in throughout the day in between doing some work. We're getting ready for the children to come back virtually and getting our virtual games done, right? So this is one of the reasons, like, I'm doing this, because I'm thinking about, as far as the curriculum that I have to develop, using some type of vlogging or audio or even written journal on a daily basis with my young people, to get them to start expressing their ideas. Because something that Sister Zuri said last night really hit with me, because I've been doing that for a very long time as well. She wrote her life. She became the author of her life through her blog, through her logs, through her writing, and expressing her desires for change in her life. She wrote her life. And what I want to do is inspire my young people to write their life, or talk their life, or videotape their life, and talk about their dreams and their aspirations, and ask the questions that need to be asked. But I want to make sure that it's appropriate. I want to make sure they know how to do it. I want to make sure it's done in the healthiest fashion possible, because I don't want, you know what I'm saying? So I'm wrapping my head around that piece. Because I want to make it fun, but I want to make it so that we're moving our children towards looking at the future. Because part of the future is going to be some type of, let me put it this way. Blogging is another form of storytelling. Vlogging is another form of storytelling. Podcast is another form of storytelling. And as I tell y'all all the time on Gye-Nyame Journey, storytelling is one of the biggest industries out there. As a matter of fact, storytelling shapes the world. You don't believe me? Look at the story of Jesus. You don't believe me? Look at the story of Muhammad and the story of Islam. Right? If you don't believe me, look at the story of America. It's shaped, and the stories that we tell ourselves and the stories that we allow to be passed on as official canon to our children shape and mold reality. So why shouldn't my children learn how to shape and mold their reality? All right, we just finished. Well, I was late. So Elder Tony walked us through, got the people a little bit of information that they need. And so now I'm on to the adventure. I'm going to be extremely early today. Not used to that. All right, peace. Just a side note from your brother ha2tim. I'm going to try to remember to put at this spot the song I'm talking about. So those of you that's been tuning in to Daily Toast, I have, or any of the shows, I have certain music opening up, and it's music of family and friends. And one of the songs comes from an album called Black Jelly Beans by a brother by the name of O-Shark and a saxophone player, which is actually my favorite jazz musician, Eddie Baird. He plays the saxophone. Well, there's a song on that album that's called Little Dun. I'm going to try to remember to play it here so that you can hear it. But it kept bothering me because I knew the voice of the person that was singing this. And, I mean, because it's like, when you start talking about tribe, because a lot of people get offended by the concept of tribe, the idea of tribe. I'm not promoting the idea of tribe that we have been taught by West Asians and shit. I'm talking about tribe, right? Groups of families come together, right? And of course, when you have groups of individuals come together, you may have some tension. But just because there's tension doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the concept. Usually there's something wrong with the people using the concept. Okay, but anyway, this brother is in my tribe. And I done heard him and been around him in extreme moments of joy, extreme moments of pain, sadness, and sorrow. And through our experience, I have been listening to this brother sing all the way through. So the whole time I'm listening to this album, it's bothering me. Because I'm like, this sounds like my brother. So finally today I get on the phone and I call him. I say, bruh, you know, because like I said, I know he sing, I know he a musician, but I don't know about him going to any studios and shit. I said, dude, I'm listening to this album. And this dude, is that you? I said, this dude sound like you. He said, because that is me. You know what I'm saying? And this is how close, in order for us to really build, in many ways, we got to be able to come. You need to be able to hear your people's voice. You need to be able to hear it in their voice, right? Your family need to become so close to you. Your tribe need to become so close to you that you understand when they just speak from a distance who it is, right? I mean, I know all of y'all got people in your life right now. Somebody could call you on the phone. You ain't got to even say They don't even got to tell you who it is. Y'all can just jump right into conversation because the vibe is there. And that's part of what I'm talking about, and that's very important. So I need to remember to put that song right here low so that you can hear it. All right? So this is Brother ha2tim. I'm out. Let me go. We about to do the Raw Rising noon version right now. So I'm setting up my camera. And with that, I'm out.
That's H-E-L. Here you go.
Oh, you want me to write this?
Well, I thought I got it, so you know it's okay to me.
Oh, okay.
We can write my Lord if you want. Well, what are some others? You know that we want. That,
Well, see, for me, I'm looking at it a little different.
okay, well let's hear what you're saying. Looking at.
To me, the challenges they represent or manifest themselves more in terms of character.
Okay.
And, you know, and so like patience.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Ego.
You nailed it. That's if I don't have patience, then I can't right.
do those things.
Right. So that would be right. So one of the pieces out there would be patience. That's the one I need to go to. See, that's what I was saying. We got those that are. So we need to find patience. We need to find understanding. We need to find those so that I can deal with the others.
Of course.
So,
To the ancestors.
yes, ma'am.
Patience?
Yeah. A patience is also would be known as what? Yeah. Okay, let's say patience.
Patience.
When you have patience with something, you're not so quick to act. We call that control of thought.
You want to say that?
Yeah, control of thought. Because we're supposed to have control of thought, control of action, and steadfastness. You know, we move through those, which helps us deal with these other things.
Right.
So
through our character.
right. So and the other things, no matter what they are, if we're practicing these, that'll help us get through and come back up on the next day. All right. So,
You want control of action? You want control of action?
oh yeah, without control, control of that, yeah. Pull that up. Who's got that? Hey.
What the seven?
I'm sorry.
Are you
go ahead.
explaining that to him because he's recording?
No, I don't know what he's doing.
10. Talking about the 10 virtues.
Yeah.
I got it on.
Because you put it out the other day.
An ego would be one.
Okay. So that's what we'll put. So no matter what the 24 hours are, or no matter 12, if you got these things, you know, and in that one, yeah, he said ego.
Oh, ego?
Oh, thank you for writing, Mama.
Because you can have it back.
Okay. You want me to have it back?
It's up to
Tell
you.
it for me. Huh?
It's up to you.
Huh?
It's up to you.
Oh no, you good. You good. But you saw my handwriting and you said, "What is that?" And I told you it looked okay to me because I knew what it meant. That was serious glyphs. You'd have to get a cross reference. Okay, what is another one? What? And we would have to steer them to those places. Right.
Selfishness. Selfishness.
Selfishness would be one that they wouldn't want to do, right?
Right. That'd be a challenge.
Okay. So we do that one too. Brother ha2tim, are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My phone is overheating.
Your phone?
Yeah, this one overheating. I don't know why.
Mama
And it won't
Lona's
let me
doing
stream.
it.
Huh?
Mama Lona's doing it. What we're doing.
How much did that piece cost you?
160.
What?
What do you say?
I want to get one of them soon. 160. Oh,
So-
that one moves and stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So
What is when y'all doing the
It's
glyphs
stable.
and stuff? What is
Yeah.
one of the things that
That's nice.
virtues or one of the pieces that know thyself?
Come on back.
With that,
Come on back.
because she made that real clear yesterday.
Come on back.
He made that real clear. What are you doing, ha2tim?
Messing up the picture.
You're making it swirl around, and you look like a drum major over there. A camera drum, and that's the stick. What else came out of the conversations that the young folks were saying this week that turned out to be something real positive that we would have to go in order to make it through? Because we know we just got a note ourselves from yesterday, and the other what basically what Reba was saying. Oh, healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Right.
Okay. So
Get involved with politics. That's crazy.
well,
Yeah, Quasi talks about politics.
okay. So what do you think about that?
Oh, I'm on that. I think that's something we need to be.
But
maybe
do you
getting people for.
involve? Are you involved with politics on your own, or with the advice and consent of your family, or the advice and consent of your extended family?
Well, it depends on who you are. But I mean, we need some.
No, I'm saying from the African-centered community perspective.
Well,
Because remember, a long time now, with us, the African-centered for studying worship, and also with APBS and stuff, we didn't get involved in it that we knew of.
Right.
Now, somebody might have been involved in it, but none of us was able to speak, because if they came and said something, we always referred them to somebody else. So that was meaning like that.
And it would be going into a crude circle because nobody would ever answer political questions. But a major issue that we have that we need to start addressing is that politics shifts where the money is spent. It decides on where the money is spent. And since we're not represented, we keep getting missed.
Well,
We
got
at
it.
the bottom of the list.
Huh?
We at the bottom of the list.
We're at the bottom of the list. And especially those of us that's thinking. So what Quasi is saying, which I've been talking to the young people, is we need to get people ready to
Take those positions.
Exactly.
You're right.
we gotta,
And the
as a
job.
community. So to answer your question, will be a community-based leadership with a representative that will go in representing us, whether they are directly in office or whether they are talking to the politicians to make things happen.
Now, you know that's been done before, right?
Cool. I need
Okay.
it done now.
But not from an Afrocentric perspective, has it?
Well, we can talk about that. Are we on camera?
We can turn it off. You want to turn it off?
Yeah, I would prefer.
All right, fam. I just finished taping. I was trying to stream it, but the signal dropped. So I'm going to have part of the Raw Rising on this edition. I'll make sure that it's marked so that you can go and check it out. So we kind of ended it early because we started having a conversation that the elder believed that didn't need to be taped, because we started talking about politics and stuff like that. So you know, those type of conversations, you know what I'm saying, and moves that need to be made, everybody don't need to be, the world don't need to be involved with those conversations. It's some conversations that are appropriate and other ones that are not. So, you know, I'm the media, I'm in a sense the hype man of the movement type thing. You know what I'm saying? The ancestor holder or whatever you want to call me, the urban shaman, you know what I'm saying? And I get leeway with a lot of the discussions I have, because the discussions I have are designed to either attract those that are looking for a certain energy or to repel those that might be coming with some bitchcraft and fuckery. But the elder deemed that it wasn't appropriate for us to have this conversation on tape, so I cut it out. But it was a real good conversation. Held me too long though. I had to get out because I said, let me get over. I gotta get back. I got work to do. I got work do. So family, I'm on my way back to the adventure right now. Put my hours in. I won't be able to do the evening the setting of Ra, because we have, I think it's the Overbay family coming on. So I'm gonna be at the studio once again streaming. So I'll see y'all before the night. Peace. What's up, family? Yo, I am back at the office. I'm about to get busy. I got to catch up on some of my PBIS stuff and get ready for school starting soon. So I'll keep you tuned in. All right, peace, fam. Yo, I just got off the show. Had a marvelous conversation with some young people that was arranged by Brother Kwame. And this week, I must applaud Brother Kwame, because for the Kemetic New Year, he really set up an agenda that was just magnificent as far as the discussions and getting other people's thoughts about some of the stuff that's going on as far as coronavirus and us as a people, young people, coming forth and speaking. But today I had a comment that I wanted to share with y'all and I want to kind of discuss. Now, first off, the individual that posted this up, I'm looking at the symbol, and it appears, I don't know whether they're black or white, but one of the reasons that it's important for black folks, ADOS, to develop their own media is so that we could combat either the lack of knowledge or the purposeful ignorance that we face. While young people was talking, they were talking about the effects of systematic oppression on black folks and the effects that it has been having on us for generations. Our young people just now have more access to information. They got access to information like we have never had before. So they're coming into a consciousness a lot sooner about what's really going on in the world than many generations before them. And it's kind of offensive to people. So what I notice is that there are comments that will be thrown out that derail the conversation, or at least attempts to derail the conversation. But because G&J Media is here, I want to be able to break this down for you so that you can start having the proper responses. So somebody from D-Live, which is possibly a streaming platform that I will remove Gye-Nyame Journey from, posted up a comment. How you feel about black on black crime? How you feel about black on black crime? Now, I need y'all to understand, those of you that listen to Gye-Nyame Journey Media and come here so that we can have the commentary, so we can have the discussion, so that we can fall out, so that we can agree, whatever you come here for. If you're coming with genuine concern about that, I truly appreciate it, and I love the support. But for those of you that's coming here and asking questions like this just to be assholes, I have a real problem with. Now, family, let me be very clear. Black on black crime. This is one of those terms that was created specifically for us and specifically to derail any discussions about the systematic oppression that black folks have experienced in America. This is one of those terms like black buying power that you never notice or never hear being discussed by other groups or being discussed about other groups. Black on black crime and black spending power. So the proper response for when somebody asks you, what do you think about black on black crime? You look at them, you find out what ethnic group they belong to, and then you return with the question of, well, what about your ethnic group crime upon your ethnic group? So if they're white, you look at them, which is not really ethnic group, it's a racial group, is a construct. You ask them, say, what do you think about white on white crime? We feel about black on black crime like you feel about white on white crime. And if you don't feel about white on white crime, we are a step ahead of you. Right? What about Asian on Asian crime? What about Hispanic on Hispanic crime? You never hear mass discussions about these things, but they do exist. And they have existed throughout time. And another question that you never hear people ask is, what about white on everybody else crime? Let's do a historical study on white on other people crime. We don't discuss that, do we? No. It's not a matter of discussion. Hell, white on white crime is not really discussed. Come on now. So I'm going to ask the question, how do you feel about white on everyone else crime? Is it okay? Is it so minuscule that we need to go on and always bring up black on black crime when black folks are having a discussion? And this goes to black folks that bring this shit up too, right? In the midst of discussion, like right now, when the world is revolting about what happened with George Floyd, right? You'll have individuals in our own community that be like, well, what about black on black crime? Okay, that's a discussion that we need to have at home. That's a discussion that we need to deal with after we get everybody else's foot off our neck, because I'm guaranteeing you, once we get everybody else's foot off our neck and everybody from standing on our goddamn back, there'll be a lot less black on black crime, as they call it. What about poor people on poor people crime? Poor people commit more crimes against other poor people. That's not something that is brought up in the discussion. As a matter of fact, there's a whole movie genre about white on white crime called gangster movies. Or gangster gang. Ooh. What's the root word of gangster? Gangs. How has gang and gang issues been attached to black people? When for generations we have been watching movies about white people killing white people. Or you could say Italian. What about Italian on Italian crime? Or Japanese on Japanese crime? Let's talk about it. I mean, if we're going to be real about it. I mean, everybody seems to be concerned about black on black crime, but nobody else, no other communities are killing each other. No other communities are having issues. No, the biggest difference is that they discuss their issues at home. But we have some of our own that will bring up shit in public that we need to be having as private conversations. Let's get the knee off the neck. Let's get the outsider's knee off our neck so that we can deal with our home issues and clean up our home, rather than giving other people talking points or allowing other people to have talking points that point at us. And to the black spending power discussion, because when we talk about systematic oppression, one of the things that comes out is we're oppressing ourselves because we're spending all of our money. Family, I want you to think about this. If spending power is a major place of study, then why isn't the study taking place in other groups? And why aren't other groups up in arms about how much they spend? When we start talking about systematic oppression and what is owed to us, decent respect, right? Closing the racial wealth gap. The thing that we get is black on black crime and black spending power. You need to start the conversation when people bring that up. Once again, go to their ethnic group and ask them. And if they black, you be like, why is you being so ignorant about it? I mean, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Every other group has crime within that group. Why do you always go to that? Like, we're killing each other more than any other group that's killing anybody else. And we never, You never like to bring up the discussion about white on everybody else crime. Hell, your ass is here because of about 12 different felony acts that was done to some of your ancestors. So why in the fuck are you bringing on black on black crime? Second, black spending power. Right? All right, cool. Then, all right, I'm glad you did a study on black spending power, but have you done a study on white spending power? How about Hispanic spending power? How about Asian spending power? Let's talk about those. If we're going to talk about ours, let's talk about everybody else's business too. Let me just keep it real. All right, family, this is Brother ha2tim, and this is going to be the end of the Nia Day. And I'll put it together, and it'll be out for you. And, you know, hopefully you like and you subscribe. Hopefully you checking out that game, and you going to go out and get the game and support Gye-Nyame Journey Media. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the resources that you invest in what we do, we're going to make everything a little bit better, right? If you've been following us over this comedic week, this comedic New Year week, you will see that we are doing some major things, right? If you start following us this summer, realize that there's more to come. I want to thank each and every last one of you for taking the time to view the video. This is Brother ha2tim. I'm out. Watch the next video. Watch the next video. Watch the next video. No, I'm just joking, family. Family, thank you for joining us. Be sure to catch us on the next video, family. Peace. Watch the next video. Wow.